So the acid-base theories, these are theories that are based on the findings of some scientists that qualifies the structure and the behavior of acid and bases. These theories are basically three. You have the Arrhenius theory, you have the Lewis theory, and lastly, you have the Bronsted-Lowry theory. So we're talking about the theory now. So before you know about how this theory works, you must also know the theory of acids. So make sure you click on the link on this video to watch our tutorial on acids, and also share with your friends also. So let's talk about the number one theory, which is the Arrhenius theory. Arrhenius theory. So Arrhenius theory describes acid as a substance that reacts in water to produce hydroxonium ion. And the ion is denoted as this. This is hydroxonium ion. So any substance that dissolves in water to produce this hydroxonium ion is an acid, according to what? Arrhenius theory. Nice. So HCl, which combined with water, will give you hydroxonium ion plus chloride ion. So this is the theory of acid based on what? Arrhenius theory. So Arrhenius theory also describes bases, okay, as any substance that reacts with water to produce hydroxide ions. As any substance that reacts with water to produce what? Hydroxide ions. So according to this Arrhenius theory, bases are substances that react with water to form hydroxide ions. Hydroxide ions. Okay, so these are the hydroxide ions. Okay, nice. So if a substance reacts with water and forms this ion ionization, okay, it's a base. It's a base. So for example, you have the calcium hydroxide. Okay, so when it's ionized, it's going to form calcium ion plus hydroxide ion. So according to this theory, any substance that forms hydroxide ion when it reacts with water is a base. Okay, nice. So that's the Arrhenius theory. Nice. So our second theory is the Bronsted-Lowry theory. Bronsted-Lowry theory. He explained acids as being proton donors and bases as being proton acceptors. Okay, nice. So I'm going to give you an equation to explain this theory now. Okay, so you have HCl plus ammonia will give you ammonium ion plus chloride ion. Nice. So acids are proton donors, while bases are proton acceptors. Nice. So this theory laid emphasis on conjugate base, on conjugate base, conjugate base. So what does this mean now? Okay, it means a pair of an acid and a base. So this acid here, acid is according to this theory, remember that acids are proton donors. So once this acid donates a proton, it's going to form a conjugate base. So this acid is going to form a conjugate base here. So this acid and the base here are conjugate pairs. Okay, nice. So this base here is going to accept a proton. So once this base accepts a proton, it's going to form an acid here. So the acid here is now, they are now a pair. This base here and the acid here are now conjugate pairs. Okay, when this hydrochloric acid ionizes, it's going to dissociate to give a hydrogen proton. That's a H plus. Okay, it's going to ionize to give a hydrogen proton. This hydrogen proton comes and attaches to this base here. Okay, so this hydrogen is coming from here. This hydrogen proton is coming from here. So this acid is a proton donor, because this hydrogen is a proton. So this young man gave out a hydrogen proton. So this acid is a proton donor. So this proton, okay, enters this base. So this base is a proton acceptor. So by this theory, an acid is a proton donor and a base is a proton what? Acceptor. Accepts a proton, donates a proton. So once this acid donates a proton, it's going to change to be a base. So this young man, this acid is going to form a base. So this base is now the conjugate base of this acid. So this is a pair. So this acid and this chloride ion, they are now conjugate pairs. Are you following? Nice, nice. So this base now, this base accepted a proton, because it's a proton acceptor. According to this theory, bases are what? Proton acceptor. So once this base accepts a proton, it's going to change to form an acid here called a conjugate acid. So this is acid 1, this is base 1, this is acid 2, so this is now base 2. So in Bronsted-Lowry theory, an acid, once it donates a proton, will form a base, while a base, once he accepts a proton, will form an acid. So bases form conjugate acid, while acid forms conjugate bases. So this is the Bronsted-Lowry theory. Nice. So let's talk about the last theory, which is the Lewis theory. The Lewis theory. So this theory simply defines acid as electron pair acceptor and a base as electron pair donor. Nice. So an acid, okay, will always accept an electron pair, while a base will always donate an electron pair. So that's what this theory is talking about. Okay, nice. So acids are electron pair acceptors, while bases are electron pair donors, according to the Lewis theory.